Alright, welcome back. I think I managed to leave everything. I had a small hiccup on the loop. I had to redo one part because of the buttons, things and that. We are on the Réunion. That's a French island. It's actually east of Madagascar. I'll show you. It's basically French territory. And yeah, we'll try around. I got the new updated, well, I've got the updated Caravan, another Caravan by Black Square. I want to see all the goodies that they have put into it. And you can also just chill and fly around the island. We are on the Europe North multiplayer. The BK line was here just a second ago. So if you want to join, please join the Europe North multiplayer and you can fly along, do whatever you want. That's pretty much it. Alright, I'll put the base down. And let me show you everything. Perfect. I think this will be comfortable as far as the music goes. So here's our Volanta. The top overlay comes from there as well. So we are here on the Réunion island. I'm guessing you don't have real-time weather on. No, I put in an announcement that I will use real weather and it was super rainy. So what I did, I switched to few clouds. That is a bit unexpected, so yeah, you can change your weather, it will be fine. I didn't check the real weather, I didn't expect this rain to be there. I thought it's Paradise Island. I'm fan of the musical openings and closings. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm not sure if everyone likes it, but yeah, I'll keep doing that. It actually lets me practice a bit, so that's also beneficial for me. I like doing that. But if anyone doesn't like it, feel free to mute and wait for the raid at the end, or just mute and hang out at the beginning of the stream. No issue there. Seems like I for only weather with real weather. Yeah. So if anyone asks, please remind them. You can also hit WX to mention more. Oh, it works. And that doesn't help. Sheesh. Anyway, we are on the Fuse Skies preset. The route was disabled because we have a very super custom route, not from the sim brief. It's super easy one. What else do we have there? Fail bot. I don't want it today. We have the ACTC bot, prediction bot, and landing right widget, which is super cool. Don't know who wouldn't like it. Here, awesome at the base. Yeah, so viewers can dropping at the end last time, so I'm not sure if it's just because it was after midnight or they didn't like it. Either way, it's fine. Okay, where was I? The Volanta. So we're here. I was actually learning French some time ago, and I was surprised to learn that France has all this territory. Well, departments and territories. There's more. There's actually the one in the North of Central America, where they launch the rockets from. There's a few more, and here, just east of Madagascar, is Réunion. Close to Mauritius, as you can tell. And looks pretty nice, at least on the pictures. I have never flown here in Sims, so we'll try that. So the plan is to go around the island to the other airport. Maybe go back the other side. I also want to check some VORs and things, so we'll see how this works. Alright, so that's that. We have the Navi graph, which I forgot to resize. There we go. So that's where we are. And let's see. Yeah, there is a VOR here at the airport. There is VOR at the southern airport. And that's pretty much it. Should be enough for us. We'll see what other procedures are here. But the NDBs are no longer the case. I was flying with 10 earlier, so my flight is still here. We need to make the new flight, so let me do that. Going from Foxtrot Mike Echo Echo to Foxtrot Mike Echo Papa. Alright, we'll choose a different route. So you'll just follow me. We'll decide which way you go. Do we go west or east? And I did set my time to morning. I can always turn on this chart, which should work. One sec. Now it should be better. We'll just zoom it a bit. Alright, it shows my direction of travel, so depends where I'm pointing to. Now I'm pointing to the south apparently, so this will update as we go. I'll keep this open maybe, for now. Anything else? That's the commander livery, so you can go and join commander if you want, or you can go to Discord and the livery is there. They're pretty cool. Alright, I'll kick off the music, turn off the guitar stuff, and we'll try flying. I haven't checked this aircraft after the update. I know there's a lot of goodies added that will be coming to the Bonanza and Baron that will be releasing soon from the Black Square. Black Square seems to be on top of the game recently, so I have the manual open here. Actually, many aircraft come with the manual, so I have just opened the manual that is in the aircraft directory in my community folder. As you can see, I actually forgot that many aircraft have that. So there's a ton of stuff here, which I'll probably not read through. But we'll see. I think I'll manage to start it up. If I run into any problems, we'll find out. If you know the aircraft better than me, I read that they said it was 70 pages. Yeah, 8 pages here. So, pretty detailed. Also, the visual style is very nice. This is very well done manual. I do tend to look at those things. Look, there is electric system chart, which overview electrical schematic, which I absolutely love. This lets me experiment with things, and it's a good practice. So there's that, but I'll probably not go through it. Okay, there's more. Looks really well done, to be honest. There are checklists here. Yeah, right. I'll just go with my hunch, and if I run into trouble, I'll try to understand why I came into the trouble in the first place. Okay, that's it. I'll mute myself for a second. Shut down the guitar thingies. You should get the music going right now, and I'll be back in a month. Okay, I think I'm in a comfortable position now. I did have to lock my chair wheels so I do not slide back and get some comfortable position. It's more effort than it should be, but hey, we're there. Okay, is anyone else flying along? You're very welcome to join. That's me up your left wing. By the way, I practiced before the stream and did okay. We'll see how it goes. Cool. And what aircraft are you in? I think it's Caravan as well. So the model is showing a bit weird. I was spawning there, so I tried to position the camera so that we'll see you. I think it worked. Stock 2820. Cool. The stock one is pretty cool as well. Okay, let me know if how the music sounds. I changed the settings a bit, so I hope the music is audible when I speak. Last time it was actually not audible. I'm curious how it works now. I'll try to make it a bit louder when I speak. Maybe this will be better now. Yeah, I think that works. I'm changing all the settings all the time, and I think I went too far last time, and then I didn't know how far I went, so I wasn't sure how to revert it. I think we will be fine now. Also do this for the VATSIM, which will not be audible today because we are not on VATSIM. I will take it easy peasy. I also not super confident with the aircraft. I flew it once or twice before. I remember it was pretty nice. I think buffer okay volume that is. Yeah, I'm super picky about that, so I go and review every stream and have a look there. Also looks like our prop is not feathered. When you shut down, it should be feathered, but we'll do that as we go. So that's the cockpit. Looks pretty neat, to be honest. And I'm not sure if people criticize this developer for copy-pasting the cockpits, but I totally approve that. It's all fully functional, looks very believable. I believe there could be a Caravan with this layout. Maybe one small concern is that these white letters on the beige background are hard to read. I know Lukaila is doing a liveries for that, and having the anthracite, I should have gotten one before, I forgot. Reminds me, we should do the shoutouts. Let's see. Yeah, Lukaila actually beat Kevmikwa to the stream. Let's give a shoutout. There you go. You can go check out the stream, follow her, very cool person. So the cockpit looks super crisp. I really like flying with the analog instruments. And one goodie that has been added in this update is that the VR will have more realistic behavior. Like when you're in Cone of Confusion, it should show, well, sweep a bit better and things like that. Also the ADF has that, although I've heard it's not there yet. It could be a bit better, but I've heard it's pretty good. Also this button is pretty round. Look, I zoom all the way in and you can barely see the polygons, which to be honest always bothers me when I see something round and it's very edgy. So the edge of the panel here seems to be nice, but I think this is stock as a model. And I know there's a way to change the avionics. Topping Square 23, thank you for the follow, very nice to see you. This reminds me, we had a few follow on iOS Offline, let me replay them. January Speed, thank you for the follow, welcome. And yeah, I think that was the only one on iOS Offline. Very nice to see you here. Let me change this avionics. I do not want the CV50 here. I know there is a button to do that. Oh no. Where would that be? Oh, it's actually here. Look, the switches. You can change between 530 and what do we take on the other one? Just come to enough to. And we can switch between amphibian and standard. I'm too scared to touch that. There's a lot of placards here, which is great. I like when I have this important information somewhere in the cockpit, so I can actually look there. Like for example, the flap speed limits. I really like to have it here. I should remember that, but when it's here, it's actually much easier for me to check. I'm waiting on Lukaila to stream. It seems like there been nothing since followed 3 days ago. Yeah, it's on and off, but you can always check the VOD. And is Dryson actually not a surprise streamer anymore? Does he stream very regularly? That's a change. See, we have the rudder trim, aileron trim, some shutoffs, so pull to shutoff. We need them in for startup. I think that's pretty much it. Cockpit seems fairly obvious for me. There's a big red button here which is autopilot disconnect. I'll hide the yoke, at least for now. I think I remember the left panel. Also, all the circuit breakers, they should be operable. And let's see. Oh, they have these red colors here on the side, so that's good. Remember Technam, we were checking, they had black colors. So this can be corrected there. Oh, Technam, I like it better now, but I'm waiting eagerly for the update that will fix the 2 issues, and I still haven't finalized the list, and the weekend is over. So I'll work on that soon-ish. Racing like 29 days in a row now. How? Really? I love to stream 2 days in a row just once. And trying to take it easy on myself. Let's be realistic with how much I can put it. Not to wake up super tired after some time. What else do we need? We have the parking brake, so that is set. That's actually working. I like to have a look around the cabin before. Ideally, I would read all the switches, but I won't do that now. See, important things. We need the fuel on. Also, let's fuel the plane. I'll go to misfits panels, weight and balance, and 100%. That's the fuel I like to have, and we are still shy of the max gross takeoff weight by 750 kilos, and we have 2 people on board. Oh, so it shows this CG here, center of gravity. I really like this widget here in the misfits, that's very nice. So we are within the limits, that's okay. Kyla, you're very welcome for the shout out, and Kyla tries to stream every Tuesday at least. Cool, I didn't know that. So, sounds great. Okay, let me think. Probably won't need the oxygen today, but I'll keep my needs here. Standby flap motor. Okay, so that's for a really bad day. We have this window blinds. Alright, let's try to start it up. I heard that my throttle is in beta, but it's in ground idle. Or is it in feather? No, the feather is all the way back. Wait, no, I'm reading the wrong side. That's the throttle. So
hello there.
It's in beta. Chewy, welcome. So nice to see you. How are you? How's your weekend? We are flying Black Square analog Caravan in command livery. The BK line is there waiting for me. Also has very nice livery with these mountains on the side. It's been going good. Great. January speed, welcome. I still don't have time to check your changes. The weekend is too short for me. And I wanted to try a different plane today because the update released a few days ago and has all the goodies that I really want to try out. Me, yeah, pretty well. I flew with 10 minutes until landing earlier today. That's just pretty nice. Let's continue shoutouts. We have Kev Mikwa. Go check out our cool person streaming as well. Usually X-Plane, I believe, which is nice. Now it's great plane, obviously. Yeah, Technam needs 2 urgent fixes, and then it will be great. And then there's my huge list of things to improve, and then it will be absolutely fantastic and 100% steady level, but we are not there yet. You are the best. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're very welcome. I like doing that, and a lot of people are doing that. I think it's a great way of Twitch to, well, just let other viewers know who else is there to watch when I'm offline. How do we do that? External power? No. Battery. Battery on. This should kick up the things here. Okay. At least it looks alive. I slack on the shouts. I slack all the too. I've been mostly talking the last 2 streams, so I sort of got some pace going at least. Now because of the light, I can barely read those letters here, so that's a bit unfortunate. Alright, let me see. I'm also turning the knobs of my direct feedback of the microphone into my ears. Get it just like wanted to have. What do we need? I am so confused. Haven't been in this plane for a while. Nav lights on. Perfect. Beacon on, because we'll be turning the engine ASAP and burning the virtual food. Or the virtual fuel. We had voltmeters here. That's pretty nice. Here's a volt for the battery, which shows 25. So this tells me this is probably 20 or 28 volt system. 28. We'll see when it's running. And here's the amps for the battery. So there is dual ammeter. It either shows you the amps or the volts. Now the alternator doesn't show volts because it's always the same volts. And generator, it's always the same volts. Oh, Steam Gauge Cessna. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Black Square is really great developer right now. They are super solid. So now let's run. The beacon is on. All these DIs and TIs you don't need. Also, it's very logically distributed around the panel. That's pretty neat. Okay. I think we need this engine going. Let me think. We have the ignition here, so we need to put this to on. Generator. Oh, it only has on, reset, and strip. That's fun. We have the fuel bus, so we'll put it to normal for startup. I think this is okay. I'm not 100% sure. It might be absolutely wrong. I don't know. Let me think about the other things. Okay, I think that's all we need. Let's check. These microphone knobs that I have, they're super sensitive, so I touch it a millimeter and it's all different. And I try to get used to that, to what I have now. Okay, let's get the starter going and see what happens. Starter to start. We have the engine instruments which are here. I should have checked earlier. Okay. This looking weird that it's alternating between the two. The NG, the RPM of the turbine, is going up. At least I think that's the one. It's at 18. We can introduce the fuel to low idle. Okay, I moved the whatever is mapped to the mixture. This is going up. I'll turn the starter off at... Let's do it at 45, similar to the Kinger. Cool. That goes to off. Oh, here's the prop RPM. Prop should be feather now. I will go and feather it. So prop full forward. See if it worked. I think it worked. Well. Okay, so we can turn off the ignition. Actually put it to normal. And what else? The fuel bust to... Oh, we had it to normal. This is on, this is normal, this is off. Okay, see, so maybe the problem was I didn't put it to on, but I instead put it to normal. And we can... Let's have a look at the generator and the alternator. Where's the alternator switch? I know. Let's have a look at these volts. So that's battery volts, which is now at 25. Battery amps, alternator Oh, it's at 0. Battery is at, well, here. And generator is at 0. Let's reset this generator. And yeah, now it's jumped up, so it's not at 0 anymore. Where's the alternator switch? Or maybe this is alternate power, not the alternator. Or I don't know. Okay, that's working. We can get the avionics on. That's the beep of the autopilot, which I wanted to hear in the tech moment, that it was nowhere to be heard. It is on my list. At least I know that the beeps are working in my sim. It was the issue on my machine. The arm is taking forever to start, which is pretty much normal. All the loading screen thingies. Now we need to hit the OK. Actually, I don't know what database I have. I think I have updated it. I really like this instrument. It's a really old hardware and it's so powerful. It's a bit weird to get used to. So if you haven't used it before, it might be a bit cumbersome. So I like to see it. Hey, however, bye, see you next stream. Alright, enjoy your time off. Very nice to see you. Bye. Okay, disk loaded. I'll just put 1228 on the radios. We are not on VATSIM, but let's keep the correct thing here. Hey, I want to put in the VR and our runway heading. Let me check. So I am not on the live weather. I have loaded the. That's the wrong thing. I have loaded few clouds presets. So our winds should be 0. It's 1 meter per second, so basically nothing. Few clouds, QNH is standard. Alright, so we don't need to worry about the runway heading. I wanted to plan the live weather, but it's not great. Perfect, so let's have a look here. Where do we go and take off? I think we can go take off runway 12. Actually, we'll just go to Charlie and take off. Well, go to the intersection here and we'll take off runway 12. So that's heading 121. That's what I need to put. And I'll also look at this. There's 62 departures available. How crazy is that? That's absolute madness for something that is in the middle of the ocean. And there is nothing to hit. Never seen runways so close together. Yeah, it looks weird. That's absolute madness. Imagine scrolling through that in the 737 or 320 FMS. Good luck. And there are no approaches. Oh, because we have chosen. I got it. So angular close. Yeah, I getcha. I understood what you mean. We have the VR here. Okay, 112.9er. Let's set it in. 112.9er. Okay, so I was telling other people that I have this thing that is called Teambox. I'll try to show you. Let's try it out. I've been telling few people that it's pretty cool, so I'll show you. So this will put us even further from the departure, but I think you can handle that. So, thing is, some time ago, a new app dropped that's basically doing what few other apps already do, but I somehow fell in love with it. It's called Simbox. They have a page here. I'll put the link in chat. The developer is a super nice person. There's a Discord. I have been reporting all my ideas, bugs and problems, and he always replies very quick and takes it very seriously. It actually fixes most of what I reported, which is super nice considering that it's working on multiple devices. So what it does, you can open it in browser, phone or tablet. It's for Android, iOS or just in browser. I'll show you in a second. And there are those panels that you can use. So a few profiles, you have lights, radios, autopilots, things like that. And they recently added the FMC MCDU that works for 737 and A320. The way it works is that it creates a virtual monitor, virtual display, and you have to pop out the MCDU screen from flight sim with right, alt and click and move it to this screen, and then it will show up here and you can use the buttons. It works pretty well. I just had one glitch today that sometimes does resetting to the home view and I had to go back here, but I reported that, so it probably will be fixed. There's even a feature to send the logs if something goes wrong. And there are a few panels here. Now they also have a version when you can buy the STL to 3D print this double encoder. There's a list of parts that you need and Arduino code to run it. I haven't done it myself yet. I have all the parts I need, but I didn't have the time to do that. I'm going to try to do that, and then you can operate all those numbers with that. Also, if you don't have that, then in the browser on your PC, or maybe you have a laptop that you can put next to your computer, you can use the mouse wheel, which the way to use it is not super obvious, so I'll try to show you. And on the mobile, you can scroll this bar on the bottom. Now, when it released, this bar was very, I had to move it a lot to get it changed. I reported that, and now there is a setting we are able to scroll it quicker, like you scroll it with your finger. And for some there is push-pull button, and for some panels there are two bars, because there is inner and outer knob. So it still has some glitches, not perfect, but I really like it. It looks super sleek. And another thing is that there's a bunch of profiles that come with the app, and you can choose few of them. So we go here and we have all these panels. It's actually connected to my app already. Here's the app that is running. There are some comprehensive docs in there. There are the settings, blah blah blah, and there are the profiles. So here are the default profiles. You can add your own profile, and the way it works, you think it opens a window, and there is basically this JSON configuration. This is not documented how it works yet, but I am a developer myself. I opened it and it was super obvious for me how it works. The only limitation is that you cannot configure those panels. So you can have the lights panel, and then you can tell the program which sim verse to read to show you the value. So if I can switch it in the sim and this will respond to that, or I can switch it here and the sim will respond to that. And the config basically consists of telling which from predefined panels you want to have. So you cannot change the layout of the panel. That's just it. You cannot change it, but I believe the developer will be adding more layouts. And there are suggestions what can be improved on the layouts. So this will be coming. I thought my first thought was this is super limiting, but on the other hand, then it always looks nice. So you cannot make it look ugly. And it looks like the developer is really focused on making this look very neat. Well, then with some aircraft this may not be compatible. So for example, if in Kodiak you have three positions for the landing lights, well, this will not work here. Also, one limitation that I saw as of now is that when you go to Phoenix panel, all these autopilot things will be saying in-op. I know it's popping in and out for you. Hang on, there we go. I think that's because simply Phoenix doesn't give any way to read those values what is set in the sim. So you can still operate them, but you cannot read it. But you can read it on your Phoenix actually. So that's it. And then on the Phoenix you actually have like this 3 position lights. And remember, this panel, the layout of the panel can be modified. So either you take the whole or nothing, and then you can tell the app which simverse to read. But I would rather rely on what the developer provided, because changing this configs is a lot of work, but when I ever change it, I will upload it somewhere. Alright, so that's the thing, and the GA panel. So I want to go to the radius. Now I can actually enable virtual knob. It's not showing up. It's only showing up, I think, on the touch devices. So there will be two strips on the bottom that you can use. But for me, I can just be turning things here. The way it works, remember that this is meant to work with this 3D printed button, this box, well, this 3D printed knob. And then the way it works, you select the radio you want to change, and you twist the inner and outer knob, and the values here will change. And then I believe if you press or pull it, it will do some action. So here on the pressing will switch. And here's the bit that was not very obvious for me. I can use my mouse wheel to change the values here. But there are two things to be changed, because there's inner and outer knob. And the way it works, on the right hand side of the panel, if I use my mouse wheel, it will turn the inner knob. On the left hand side, it will turn the outer knob. And that's pretty much it. So I was very confused how to use it when I didn't read the manual. And when I read the manual, that's actually pretty obvious. So, also remember that when I'm turning, it's actually reading the values from the sim. So it's not that I turn it as it changes the value internally and then send it to the sim. The way it works is it sends the events to the sim, and then it's reading the value back from the sim. My sim is doing some weird stuff, and also the things are popping in and out. You've seen that my sim froze, and I was turning the wheel and nothing was happening. Also, on the first release, I had a very sluggish, very small, low performance tablet, and this was not behaving well. I reported that, and I believe the dev has fixed that. So on this measly tablet that I have, it looks pretty okay. So that's what it does. This price, I know for many, is pretty steep. There is the no-knob version for Misfits. The cheapest one is $30, and when you buy the STLs to 3D print the knob and get it, then it's $39 for Misfits and $49 for Misfits and X-Plane. So it's pretty steep. There are other similar solutions, but to be honest, I like this one. So you know what it does. You can decide for yourself. Everyone's budget is different, your expectations and needs will differ. So I'm just showing you what it cannot do, and you can decide for yourself. I would like to have some laptop open to my side and then have a second mouse where I can just do it very easily. I wanted to use it for VATSIM because turning the radius in the sim can be super painful. And there is no enough to at the moment. So that's another thing that could be improved here. And I'm still not sure how the dev is planning to go about the layouts, because now they're predefined. So as described, you cannot modify those layouts. You either take the whole tab or you don't. But this is work in progress, and when it came out, it also didn't have this FMC MCDU feature. Obviously, we are not in the A320, so I will not show you that, but I have been using this earlier today. It was working pretty nice. And then they added this feature included in the price, and I was super surprised because the developer hinted that they are working on that, and I thought this will be a new product, and I couldn't believe it when they dropped this into the product I already paid for. So that's the thingy. Let's go to the radius here and try to turn. So you can actually, you can see the radius turning in the sim, I believe, as well. Oh, that's the COM2, so you cannot see that, but the COM1, you can see on the left, just above me. It's changing when I do that. Still not used to using this left hand side and right hand side. And there is a Discord. You can open a ticket there if anything is not working or you have some suggestion. And there is now a roadmap what will be implemented soon. Mostly it's stabilization and fixing the issues. And you can vote on the features to be in the future or give your ideas. And the developer is really listening to that, which which is surprising, but very expected. Alright, let's send this nav 1. Nav 1 is supposed to be, I was saying, 112.9er. So I click here and 11. Okay, this is 9er already and 112.9er. Okay, I'll set straight away the other VR that we have on the other side of the island. It will try to navigate using that. 11. Oh, that's just the DME. No, it's for DME. 115.9er. Okay, I got so confused. It's the same frequency. 115.9er. So I'll just put it in the standby. Okay, so that's it. I'll keep this in the VFR for me. Oh, so you can actually see what's inside the island. Looks like a volcanic island, to be honest. Right, enough thinking. Which way do you go? East or west? Alright, no votes. Let me see, what else do we need? This panel looks okay. So if I'm new to the plane, I try to go through all the panels and see if everything looks good for takeoff or taxi. I think we don't need all the DIs. Well, let's just get the pitot heat. And static stall heat. Wing light no. These things no. Oh, seatbelts no. On. Smoking light on. Cabin lights. No, we don't need that. X light is on already. And think here. Cooling, air conditioning. Nee. I think we are good with that today. There's enough to panels, so I'll put the same frequencies here, but now I need to use this knob because our previous one was not working. 112.9er, I just copying it from the top one. My sim is freezing all the time today. I don't know why that is. There is no standby. How come? That's strange. Oh, because that's nav 3. Here's the nav 2. We have so many navs. And 115.9er. Okay. So here's the nav 2. This needle is really swiping left and right, pretty nice. Eeks! Welcome! JSC with the ride, with so many viewers. Welcome. How was your final flight, I believe? Thanks for the ride. Genesis 2 9er Gold Delta, welcome. Tabiti, hey, welcome. JJ997, welcome. JFC, thank you for the ride, that's very nice of you. I've seen a bit of your stream earlier today. Came with 10th rate. And what's actually the final leg today? I believe you were saying it was the final leg. Gaiden X, welcome. Genesis 29. This was the most emotional rate message I've ever sent. Was it? The Vikings have landed, but we just want to trade and hang out. That's great. The Vikings have landed, but we just want to trade and hang out. I repeated this twice for clarity. That's great. Good thinking, I like it. Yeah, we can trade. It's all the good vibes. And you're very welcome to hang out, at least the last with the Cessna. Alright, we are on Réunion Island, which is east of Madagascar. I'm in analog Caravan, and there's the BK line waiting very patiently for me to start rolling. You can join and fly along if you want. We are on Europe North server. Gonna miss that plane, I have to say. Well, there are so many planes in the sky. And I want to try a lot of them. I'm checking this one because it has a lot of new goodies released. Interesting. I think I missed. It's someone. Genesis, thank you for the follow. Very nice to see you. And Kicks with the cheers. Fantastic. Alright. I'll break the order. Let's give the shout out to JFC, the very dedicated tour pilot. Hey, I seriously don't know how to do that. I wouldn't endure so long with a trip planned out for so long. There you go. You can go follow the Purple streams. Hey, okay. Also, look, I have this map now. You can see where we are. Added it. It's actually just showing the Navigraph. Looks nice. So, all right, we can line. Let's roll. I think that's bored to death. Right, it raised the parking brake, added some power. Oh, not so much power. As soon as this plane goes out of beta, it's rolling like crazy. And remember, we wanted to go there to the intersection. Or no, we need to double check the chart. I don't know where to go. Okay, so we need to go forward, left, and follow on the edge, go to Charlie. We'll take it from the intersection. Alright, keep this on. Let's roll. I think the grass might be showing a bit broken. This is the default scenery. Also, if you're joining, I am not on the live weather. I am actually on few clouds preset because the weather here was super rainy and that's not what we wanted to see. I think something's broken with the taxiway, so I'll just... or with the scenery. We'll just cross here. It should be a bit to the other side. Just looking at the Navigraph, trying to follow that. Oh, I see there are taxiway lamps here. So this scenery requires some touch. And in Sim Update 11, in Sim Update 12, I saw there will be this community scenery edit feature. So anyone can check out some airport, modify it, publish for verification, and then once Asobo approves that, it will land in the game. This is something that X-Plane had pretty much forever, and Asobo is finally putting that in, which I hope will finally fix all those tiny issues that can drive you crazy sometimes. That is super nice. I'm very much looking forward to that. And JC, do you hear I have the decking on the stream? The music looks quieter when I'm talking. The one I set up, then I came to your stream and I saw you have it set up as well. Alright, I will not be flying straight and level today. I need to get the feel of this plane. So let's park here. Let's check our parking brake set. See, what else do we need? Get the lights for takeoff. So taxi light. Oh, it's actually taxi / recognition lights. So let's keep them on. Now landing lights on. Strobe on. We'll get the fuel blast at normal for takeoff. I think that's okay. Also, I haven't read the checklist. What is this thing? But I probably shouldn't use that. Looks scary. We'll put condition to high idle. Laps 1 for takeoff. Shout out, game is sharp. Yeah, I'm trying. Thank you for the reminder. Who was next? I'm losing track. There's too many of good friends here. I think Chewy? Yeah, I think it's Chewy who was next. Chewy, there we go. I love flying with Chewy. I managed to do a high five just doing a merge, so he was flying in Iceland, totally unaware, and I came from the other side, just passed very close. That dude needs no help. Well, maybe there is someone who doesn't know Chewy and will find a very nice stream to watch, so that's the whole idea, to give viewers some exposure to who else is streaming so they can watch people when their favorite streamers are offline. What was I saying? This looks pretty much good. I wonder why the nav one is not showing up. That's strange. 112.9er, 112.9er on nav 2, and 112.9er on nav 3. And this, oh, I know, because we are on the GPS. See, there is this switch here and we are sourcing from the GPS. It also says that here. Now it should work. Perfect. And the heading of the runway was 1 to 1. So let's set this up. 1 to 1. Remember, the way I do that is here you do not see the exact reading, so I put it on the mark. So that's now 1 to 0, or is that 1 to 0? Remember, there is a parallax effect, so if I go down, no, it's actually not. That's 1 to 0, and then I do one click to get 1 to 1. Also put the heading back here. I like to have both the OBS and the heading back because the OBS is way easier to see. And see, this needle is sweeping in and out because of the radio signal, blah blah blah. And we are basically super close to the VR, so that may not be reading very well. That's a nice touch. And this here is supposed to show the bearing, so it basically should correspond to whatever we are seeing here. And yeah, remember, you can use the channel points to play the sounds. I'll just use the blurb. It's pretty cool to do that. Oh, I'll also set the traffic to on so that I can see you. That looks better. Oh, that's the page I want to use. I am a bit scared. Oh, we need a transponder. No. We need to put it on standby. That's good, because in many places in the sim, this is starting as soon as you start the avionics. It's not supposed to do that. 7000. I think that will be the VFR scope cut here. We'll go to Alt for takeoff. Do you see this element here? This with the zigzag, the whitish thing with the zigzag. That is a photoresistor that is probably used to drive the brightness of the screen here. That's clever. Also, if you don't know, you can go to function here and you have a stopper here, or a timer. You can do start, stop and reset. Oh, that was the flight time. It has the outside temperature, which I didn't know. It has, I don't know what's the alt digital altitude? No idea. It has a count up and count down. A ton of features. So you also have a timer here that you can use. And one note, the transponder is always reporting in regards to standard pressure level. So it's always reporting flight level. So you can be flight level 001 or you can be flight level -005, depending on the QNH. And then ATC software applies the QNH correction to that, so they can actually see on their scope what's your altitude, not the flight level. And also remember that this is for TCAS, so other planes will compare that to their reported pressure altitude, and then regardless of your baro setting on your altimeter, everyone will report correctly on the transponder, so then the TCAS can figure out if you're higher or lower and do the thing. Okay, this panel is all white. I need to look at this more often. Look at the engine instruments. We have the torque limit here for torque. It's one limit and second limit. I'm not sure why there are two. We have the prop limit, and yeah, that's pretty much what we need now. And the oil pressure is swooping a bit. So I wonder how the temperatures behave, because I remember in the Tecnam they were a bit too responsive. I like having a look at those things. I hope you're not bored. Is the beacon lane here? Yeah, very patiently. Right, let's throttle. Parking brake released. I'll add some power. Actually, I have this new widget that I can show you. Lane, we're not rolling it. I'm always remembering about thing. It's called Input VR. You can get it on Flight Sim2, and it's showing my inputs. It's actually pretty neat. It's showing, oh, you can see what it's showing. Super neat. Here, I actually really like it. keep it similar to what we have on the map. Wow, that looks great. Alright, parking brake is released. I'm adding some power. And it looks super detailed. I hear it's it has the look of what is by default in the DCS. And it looks super precise. Also, note that it's showing you my trim positions with the axis. And there are the two runways that are so angularly close. Remember we need to go to the left one, so let's roll there. Alright, the BK line, are you ready? Looks like you're ready. I'll slow down a bit here. Okay, I'll try not to use the full power so that you have a chance of formation flying with me. That's the thing I always complain when I'm flying with the other streamers, that they're using full power and I cannot catch up with them. So I'll go to torque 15. Okay. We are in the green range under speed. I needed significant input on the yoke. Takeoff. And we're rolling. Actually flying. Alright. Flaps up. Let's reduce our power a bit. I'll reduce the prot a bit as well. Let's get it to 18 maybe. And there we go. Now we're flying. And there's a ton of power turbines there on the right. Beacon line, are there? Yeah, you're following along. I'll try to fly fairly smoothly. So, yeah, the flight model seems very smooth. So I think we don't have too much of a turbulence. Nice place. Very green, and it's probably because of all the rain. So I think we're going this direction. Or no, let's turn around and fly over the VOR. I want to see what it does. Supernatural Writer, welcome, welcome. We're flying on the Réunion, which is a French island east of Madagascar. And I actually forgot my things here. Let's wrap. Landing recognition lights off. Do I need to do something else? Well, not. Let's give you a shout out. The thing you're streaming, I believe, is called co-working. You're just working. Letting everyone else watch. Looks super fun. They haven't had a chance to see you last week. No. I hope it's going well for you. There you go, Super. I'll get the input viewer off and hide them up for a moment. Let's try to look around. Yeah, I think those power turbines, they're coming from the flights into from the Wheel of VFR pack by Puffin Flight. It's super nice one. Let's try to get on this VR, so I'll try to intercept this radial. Also, since we are in the clouds already, I want some more cabin lights. Where are the cabin lights? Oh, that's a bit too much. Oh, because there are two knobs there. There's one thing that's driving me a bit crazy. Whenever you're in a bank, your cockpit or your head will tilt. And this is a problem because if you are training IFR, this is telling you your bank. So whenever I'm looking just somewhere to the side, I can actually tell my bank. And what happens in the plane, you look at some instruments and you think you're flying straight to level, you go back to your attitude indicator, and it is all over the place. I'll slow down a bit here. This plane is super powerful, and the color scales are very neat on the instruments here. I need to get those clouds up, so maybe I'll change the preset then. What do we go then with? Will scattered be better? No? Okay, we go clear sky. Or do we go few and we modify the clouds, put them a bit higher? Yeah, let's do that. We'll put them clouds way higher. Now this should work. So, I think we'll go eastbound. I think we will fly along the shore on this leg, and then we will just fly over those volcano thingies on our way back. And this valley looks crazy. 1C 2003, thank you for the follow. Very nice to see you here. We are flying on the Réunion island in analog Caravan by Black Square, which is super nice. There's the BK line trying to keep along with me. And my FPS are pretty neat on the outside. So it's... And Cone Orange, I'm not sure if you're flying along with us or not, but you're very welcome to. Boeing 798, so probably not. Let's see how fast are we going. 130 knots ground speed. Should be fine. I'll try to go a bit faster. Let's see. Oh, we can put this pretty fast. I'll go 15 on the torque. It's actually 1500 pounds per foot times foot pounds. I don't know how I read that actually. I'll go prop down a bit. 17 should be okay. I need to trim it. We can climb a bit. I'm now curious about those balls. Let's have a look here. So the alternate is showing 0. It should be fine. Generating is showing 9 amperes, or is it maybe 90 amperes? Have a look here. Oh, it's showing 60 amperes. That makes more sense. The volts are on the inside. And the battery is showing 28 volts. So that's because the volts are coming from the generator charging the battery. So that's 28 volt system. And remember, the battery has a lower volts than the generator, so that it's charged. And now we show on the negative on the amps, which means the battery is being charged. Cool. Oh, those cliffs are a bit terrifying. See the big line, how are you doing there? Yeah, you do manage to follow along, seems good. I'm not sure how long this will take to get to the other side. I didn't have a good measure of how big the island actually is. I also have some trims, so I can try to use them. Let me see. I still don't have a good way to navigate around the flow. I have all those folders and a bit hard to follow. So I will add some aileron trim and rudder trim, which is not working actually. Means maybe Maybe my mappings are not working. And the sim froze. Maybe I forgot to do the mappings, or maybe it's using something else. Alright, we'll leave that. See if we can read what this place are called. Put this small map. So, alright, there's a ton of names here. And there's settlements all around the island. Actually on this part, so this part is probably better for seeing around than the other. And then on our way back we'll just fly here through the middle to maybe see those volcanoes, old volcanoes from the inside. I think this hasn't been touched by any world update, so this is pretty much default scenery. Seems to be. It needs probably some more objects that are here by default. This port looks super flat, and look, there is a ton of containers sitting there and cranes. Alright, I'm showing the traffic alert because that's the BK line. Probably just getting close. That's fine, and we need to go to clear. I think usually when you're flying in formation, only the leader will have the transponder on and the rest will turn off, so you don't run into these issues. Also for the 8C, but for us, let's keep it on so I can see where you are. That's actually super informative for me. But I need to go to that view so I can see where you are because you are behind me. I could also change this so that it's showing north up. So it's showing track up. And now I can see you behind me. Oh, so we are halfway there. Alright, so that's pretty fast actually. And there's someone else there. There is someone else there, although seems to be higher or lower. See, the diamond is hollow. So the BK line has white full diamond because that's a similar altitude, or because it's actually closer. And this diamond is empty because that's beyond range, give or take. I don't remember those ranges when the diamonds change appearance. I think these islands look more iconic in real life, more vivid. That's what I remember from the pictures. And I think there's a ton of waterfalls. And now we know where all the water is coming from. So all the rain all the time. So why is the magnetic compass all white? It's just the table, but it's not filled in. So this could be filled in. I know other developers do that with a decal, so it has better resolution and actually has the numbers filled in. Also, know that the magnetic compass is changing the reading as I bank. That's what it's supposed to do, although it's supposed to be a bit more wobbly in flight. So that seems to be following our flight direction a bit too well. Remember, it's just a thing spinning in a ball filled with oil. So that has a super lot of lag and it's very hard to read in turn. And there are houses everywhere. That's probably what's killing my CPU. I wonder how tall these mountains are. They're definitely showing in red here. I don't remember what the legend is. Alright, we'll see it later on the Navigraph chart. Plane flies super nice. I actually like it. I remember when I was first flying the Caravan in Sim, I didn't like the flight model very much for some reason. Maybe I just got used to what's here. It was pretty nice. It's a bit sluggish in the roll, as it should be. Fairly responsive in pitch. That's pretty much it. And the rudder, I guess that's okay. Not an expert comparing that. Let me see who else needs a shout out. Actually have gotten pretty low here. Maybe you can go and skim the water a bit. Alright, I think I'm done with the shoutouts. If I forgot someone, please let me know. Or if there's someone who's streaming and they don't know you're streaming, you can tell me. Oh, I saw there's Keeks. There was Keeks in the chat. Another player-based community member. What is Ryson doing today, actually? I'm curious. I know I didn't have a chance to fly with him recently, because doing at the same time as me. Also on my days off, maybe I'll be able to try. Those valleys are very impressive here. Right, I'll switch the nav one so we get our second VR. I will just need to look at the... Oh, it's showing. Also, there is a mountain between us. Oh, yikes. But, well, the developer doesn't have a database to tell if there's a mountain between us. Let's go and skim the water. I'll go throttle. I can go only to flight idle, which is here. So I need to remember where that is. Alright, that's where my Bravo says stream. And I'll go prop forward. Let's see how fast this can descend. As far as I know, it can just sink like crazy. 160 knots, we are flight idle, and 3000 feet per minute descent. So, could be better. Okay, 2500 feet per minute is what we can do. Not sure what the beep was about. That might have been rudder altitude? No, maybe not. Now, I hope I will not hit this water. It's sometimes very easy to lose your spatial awareness over the water. I need to start adding power now. And the torque has a huge delay because this is a turbo prop. Okay, I'll reduce the prop now. Let's go 15, 17 again. And what's this yellow thing here? Decision height, okay. I'll just drag it to 0 so that it doesn't disturb me. Hey, now that's better. I would like those palms to be a bit more vivid. I wonder if BK line is following. I show your diamond is not full, so you probably stayed a bit higher. Yep. Now, I wouldn't fly this plane here because if anything happens, I'm out of the options other than ditching it. So I like to fly way higher, so I still have many options when things go wrong. Right, let's try some climb, steep climb. I'll go full prop and I'll go torque to this first red line limit. Have a hard time figuring where that will be. And let me think, our best climb speed, I will put it somewhere at 100 knots. My guesstimate. And we are, well, pretty much close to the gross weight. We're not super light. And it's climbing almost 1000 feet per minute. Maybe I should go a bit slower, maybe 90 knots. I don't know the surframe very well. Try a bit slower and see if that will improve the climb rate. $1,500 and it's going down, so I think 90 knots will do the trick. Let's see, or maybe 100 knots was better. $90 knots seems to be great. Oh, and we're almost at our destination. It should be just in front of me. Okay, 95 knots, 2000 feet per minute, give or take. You can stabilize that. Let's see where our destination is. Oh, there we go. So we made it. It was actually super short, and this part looks more iconic, so I think we'll go there inside this caldera, I think it's called. Has anyone been here in real life? I know it's a holiday destination. It's probably more better known in French area because it's, well, technically part of France. So I think our pitch going down would be a bit steeper in this aircraft with the prop full forward. Let's do a low pass here. See what the airport looks like. Right, there's the runway. There is some super small building here. There's bigger terminal and the control tower here, including 2 big hangars. Windsock and some smaller hangars, and the 62 waiting for us. You're flying along, you're very welcome to do that. Let's see if, okay, those go over torque. So I think the top red line is takeoff power, and then the lower is maximum continuous power. This would make most sense. I would like to do some super steep approach, but I'm not sure if this will work. So do I do that? I'm gonna climb out and I will go. Oh, actually I don't know our runway heading. Oh no, let's just try to set whatever we have here. So give or take be what we need. So I go 45 to the right to gain some distance from our center line. I'll stop the climb here. Slide that for a moment, and then we'll turn left for a 180 plus 45, that's 25 degrees to the left, and we should more or less land on the center line. Laps 1, which was at 175 was the limit, and then we have 150 and 125. Laps 2. I'm reducing the torque to flight idle now. Prop is forward. And flaps 3. Let's see how steep this will be. Remember, I cannot go over 125 on flaps full. And we'll do landing lights and recognition lights. I think our fuel bus should stay normal. So now that's the descent I like. Though the attitude indicator is only showing -5. I would say that's way more than -10 now. But who knows? Maybe it just looks so steep from the cockpit. Actually, yeah, it might be -10. The beacon line is already there. Nice. Line is super well descending. I know it's very often used for skydiving. And then it can return to ground very quickly to take next part of the skydivers. Okay, the beep was, I think, when we were crossing through 1000 feet of radar altitude. Nice to know. Oh, we also have a table here, RPM torque, so I'll try to use that next time. It was a bit rough, but not too bad. Cool. This plane should be pretty nice at touchdowns. Just remember that you should probably go flight idle fairly early to let it slow down. So now I do, how is it called, round out, so I make it a bit shallow, get into the ground effect, and slowly start pitching up and try to settle it down gently. Oh, why is it floating so much? Maybe my speed was way too high. Oh, I didn't even see that we touched down. I see this runway is very narrow. I thought we were still like 10 feet above the ground. Okay, so it showed -41. 0 bounces, 107G. And we touched down here. Not bad. I would like to be able to touch down way sooner, so it seems it floats a lot. But I didn't even notice when I touched down. I'll go low idle. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, it worked. Whoa. I can now go to beta and go to ground idle. Also have the reverse. Alright, beacon line, we'll see you later. Check the reverse. It works. Cool. I'll text the beacon line and we'll review the chart. We'll go back. Alright, this plane is super nice to fly. I can recommend. I'm not sure if there are any changes in the flight model compared to the stock 208. There might not be any changes, but this one feels pretty nice. Very user-friendly. Do we actually need to stop for anything? We can just take off and do some VOR exercises, PR exercises. Go here to the side. Low down, full left rudder, left brakes. Actually need some left aileron as well. Get on the center line. Let's see what we can do. I'll get a sip of something to drink, so back in a second. Alright, that worked. I'll just reverse my route maybe, so I do not forget this later. At least in Volanta. Let's do that. Oh, this actually looks pretty nice. This first leg was pretty fast. That's us flying around the island. Super small actually. Next will just be the inside of the island. Are there actual settlements here? That's interesting. That's an absolutely steep approach. Natasha's -37. At 10, I think this door comes for you. Alright, let's reverse that now. We go end flight. I will start a new flight. Unlurk, welcome back. That was pretty fast. I'm just changing this in Volanta so we have the other way. I want to do some exercises over the VR now, so bear with me. We are going to... oh no, I forgot. Foxtrot Mike, Echo Echo. I'll just put direct, doesn't matter too much, but if I don't put that, Volanta is not happy. That's pretty small island, all things considered. Let's see how small it is. We have the scale here. Oh, so this is 10 kilometers or 5 miles. So it looks to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like 50, 60 kilometers across. Alright, that's actually pretty sizable. It's not the smallest thing in the world. And direct route is 26 miles. Makes sense. So now I want to go there, inside this thing. Well, look, there are settlements here. The mountains are high. I think it was 7,000 feet, and depending on the peak, it wasn't high enough. Simbrief going 4,000 definitely wasn't high enough. Oh no. Let's see. Actually, I can read that here, so I need to get a bit closer. The highest number here I see is 10,000. So that's quite a lot. I want to go inside here and then, yeah, let's check the inside. It will go maybe here. I know this island is also known for the waterfalls. Let me try to Google that. It's very pretty in there. Have you been there actually? I wonder if anyone here has been there in real life, because I know it's a holiday destination, more popular in France, obviously, because it's French territory. Right, you can go check the Wikipedia. Yeah, Justin Sim, I mean, cool. But look, these are the real pictures. Actually not so vivid, but well, yeah, it's pretty impressive. Oh, and there's the lava there, because why not? So it's pretty much like Hawaii, but different. And seems to be having different types of climates. Oh, this jar is terrible. Yeah, they're the palms. Oh, look, the sand is blackish because it's lava. I forgot the name of this lava rock. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm not used to a black sand. Alright, let's see what else is there. They did put a lot of pictures here on the wiki. Alright, doesn't look so vivid. Maybe the holiday pictures I saw in the book were a bit overhyped. See what else we have. They went totally out of their way with all the pictures. That's the port that we passed over. Remember, I saw those piers extending into the water and all the containers and the cranes. So we did fly over this thing. And is that a sales ship? I wonder what they have here. Maybe coal, something else. No idea. Alright. A humongous article. I think we'll stop there. Also, I want to know the VY for this aircraft, so let me try to find it. Aircraft per V-speeds, there we go. VY, 104 knots, best removed climb speed, 104, and VX is 72. So let's try to climb with VX for best angle of climb. 72 and 104, I need to remember that's 65 of the rotation. Oh, and the best glide is 105. Nice. Okay. What I will do... Let's get over the VR. Flaps 1. Oh, did I forget to raise the flaps? Because I forgot... Flaps 1 for takeoff. I idle, prop is forward. Get this to flight idle. I would really like to get some nice detent on my Bravo, but I don't have an idea how to do that without 3D printing all too much. So let's get the trim to take off. I actually forgot to do that. Seems okay. And do we have a way to operate this emergency power? Seems like we do, but only here. I wonder if I can map it somehow. I would like this mapped. And let's check why it was my... Oh, it's actually working. And the aileron trim is working as well, so indications were not working. That's interesting. Let's get this to neutral position. Oh, I was looking at it from the side and the parallax effect on the aileron trim got me. I think this should be pretty much okay now. I raised my brake and I saw that we are moving. Don't know how I saw that, probably my head tilted a bit. I will stay in the area for a moment, so I'm not going anywhere. Just fly overhead for a while. Looks nice for a screenshot as well. Yeah, you're already there. So I want to go over the VOR. Let me set this heading. Let's set it to 330. I want to go over the VOR, see how it behaves here. Do that. I'll stop and try to get a feel where this max torque should be. That's only 15. Right, so that's on the line. I'm almost at the full scale now. There's actually some room to go still. It's a bit difficult to set it because it's lagging. I'll need right rudder. My hand's on the power lever. Let's roll. Light right rudder. A lot of right rudder. Airspeed alive. Don't worry about the grass. 65. Okay, it wanted to climb away straight ahead. And 75 was the speed? Okay, flaps up. Oh, we're over torque. So you probably shouldn't set the torque on ground. Let me check the speed. 72. 72. That's super slow, I think, for this aircraft. It's very close to the slow speed as well. I'll try to keep like... Okay, it is actually 72 now. 2000 feet per minute, and this should be the best angle of climb. Best. Oh, okay, it looks pretty steep, not gonna lie. Oh my. And we need to reduce the power because that was max takeoff power, or max power. That's max continuous power now. 72. Pitch is 20 degree pitch. Crazy. Probably need to keep some right rudder. Oh, actually the ball is in the middle. Alright, that's fairly impressive. I'll go to 3000 feet and we'll continue from there. 3000 in 2.5, 2, 1. I'll start leveling off slowly. And 0. Don't level off too early. Level off now. I'll accelerate a bit. I'll go to 120 maybe, and then reduce the power. So level off, accelerate, and only then reduce power, so you don't find yourself struggling with the trim and power setting all the time. I'll go 10, 6. I'll go 10, 17. Trim it, we're good. Let's turn it. It flies super nice, super fine flight model. I believe this stock 2.8 has a very similar flight model. So do I need? Yeah, I need the rudder when I'm entering turn. Very, very friendly. I want to fly overhead the VR now. Let's try to keep this needle exactly in center. I can just zoom in like that and we'll do IFR thingy. Right. Actually, when I do not see what's outside, oh, a bit more difficult now. So yeah, welcome to my world. That's the beautiful flying there. I can see a bit of ground here in the corner. It's fine. Also now, because I see where the VR is with the bearing, I can guesstimate what angle I need to intercept. And to get a smooth intercept, one idea is to keep the end of the CDI, cross deviation indicator, this yellow bar in the middle, just under the orange line. And this should get you a very smooth intercept. Otherwise you don't actually know how hard to turn. And this should give you an idea. Okay, you are 3000 feet, that in miles is 1.5 mile. Where's our DME reading? It's here, so it's showing 1 mile now. Ow. It's showing that. Let me think again. No, that's half. 3000 feet is half mile. 1 mile is 60, 80. Okay, now we are almost over the VR. It escaped. Jumped back to the middle, the CDI. And now it's back, and the flag switched. So that's pretty realistic. Oh, and it had this flick as it was getting the signal. Oh my. Now I don't see what's outside. I feel super confused. Also, this bank thing is not messing up with my mind so much now. I really need to focus on this attitude indicator to do this kind of flying. Yeah. Great. That's a review for a flying rider. Let's try to trim it up. IFR, I mean, IFR, totally IFR. Let's see, what pitch do I need for level flight? Something like just under 5, it seems. Yep. What do I want to do now? Let's go right. And oh, I cannot see one instrument that I really need here in the bottom. I want my turn coordinator. What I'm trying to do, intercept this radial again. So I need to go to the right 180 plus 45. And now we're getting further from the radial, but I will get ourselves a 45-degree intercept angle. Also, I'll try to keep the right one turn, so the wing of the turn coordinator should be on this first notch, as you can see now. Try to keep the ball in center. These instruments in front of my head are humongous. It's not making it any easier. And one thing I'm missing, I do not have the notches here on the HSI. So I would usually have a 45-degree notch here that will tell me, okay, and the CDI is alive. Let's try to intercept it. Now we need to bank pretty hard because it's closing fast. Right, I'll try to keep the end of the needle under the course indicator, heading indicator. Try to keep the altitude. Okay, I can see our DME reading there on the right. I think I have everything I need now. We are on the radial. Let's straighten this up. Actually, if you're trying to learn IFR, I can recommend it to do this, because now I have zero external reference. It's super confusing. I actually need to look at my attitude indicator. When I look somewhere else, it will just... So I'm looking right down now. I look back and oh, it's okay now, but there was a chance it would sweep. 1.1 mile. What do you want to do next? We practiced holdings recently. The altitude we do not need to climb. Okay, now we are super close to the VR, so I do not need to chase the needle. Look that it was moving to the sides because we were almost in the cone of confusion. Okay, we were in the cone of confusion, now it's not reading at all. And the readings are back. Hey Ristan! Why hello, Jill! Welcome, welcome, very nice to see you. We are flying the Caravan in Réunion. There's the BK line somewhere. Oh, I forgot the lights. Did I forget the flaps up? No, I didn't. Get the lights off. Okay, so the VR thing is looking pretty nice. Cabin temperature is low. We can make it a bit higher. Let me see. Leader heat. Oh dear. That's a difficult one to use. Right, let's do a landing from here. Not sure where we are. I'll go prop full forward, light idle, laps 1, 2 and 3, and roll it to the right. I need to only keep below max flap speed and below stall speed. Other than that, I can sink as fast as I want. Hey, you are not that stiff. E300, is that extra? I think that might be extra. So remember that we'll have more drag the faster we go. So in theory this should give us steeper descent angle the closer we get to max full flap speed. (2,500 feet per minute). That's pretty sizable. I would like to have speed brakes here. There's the extra. Hey, welcome. I like that. Very well done. Right, we're in flight idle. Let's do a touch and go. Oh, we're back there. How come? So it's slowing. There's a lot of inertia here. I think it would slow faster. That's strange. I am at idle all the time. Maybe I need to go to low idle. Maybe that was the issue there. Yeah, I think that was the issue. Oh, we actually touched down. I didn't feel it again. Too smooth. Or actually, it's not beta. I'm using the X12, but is it called beta? Okay, I think it is. I'm using the X12 because of... No, I'm not on SU12. I'm on the regular release. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to fly along with me. And I'm using the X12. So this is Sim Update 11, DirectX 12. Because of the frame generation mostly. We need flaps up, trim back. Well, just goes with the X for me. Yeah, get it. I like the steep climbs here at the best climb angle. That was 20 degrees. So if I keep it at 20 degrees bank, it will basically slow down to this speed. It's a very good idea to remember your parameters, that for your best angle of climb, you need 72 knots, give or take 20 degree pitch. This will depend on how heavy you are, but that's a good target, initial target. And just trim it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's the stall piece. Actually, let's try the power on stall. See what happens. So it's stall warning, not stall itself. And there we go. Okay. Alright, there's the beacon line right there. I'll do one more low pass and then we'll head into the volcano, which is not active, of course. Flight idle. I think we need to fly on this low idle. There's no reason to go high idle. Will give us even more decent rate. Actually, let's check it. I need to slow down for flaps full. Flaps 1, 2, full. Now I can go and dive. Let's see how steep I can dive. Getting a bit light in your seat. Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't like that in real life. Not a nice feeling unless you're used to it. Now that's the dive. I like it. And let's see how it will slow down over the runway. Round out and gently going into flare. This runway is super narrow. I'm still getting confused there. There we go. Flaps 1, 2 up. Okay, I have over-torqued it a bit. And off we go. There's the beacon line. And you're flying. I am behind you, judging on the nav lights. Not sure if you can see them. My monitor is twice the resolution of what you're seeing on the stream. I just see these two tiny navlas. Butter as well. Yeah, this aircraft is super butter. But it takes a while to decelerate over the runway, but I think that's okay. That Tecnam 2006, which I flew in real life, also needed some time to decelerate over the runway, so I think that's okay. Flaps up. I am totally off with the lights here. Hey Draxton, welcome back. Yeah, we're in Réunion. You can join the flight. Have you finished the stream? I heard you're streaming 29 days in a row? 29 days in a row. And I haven't flown any with you. 30 days. You're crazy. I need to fly with you again. I haven't flown in a bit. I think I'll be busy tomorrow, and I know there's Hell events. No, not Hell. There's Copenhagen event tomorrow. So, we are doing basic fighter maneuvers here, trying to outmaneuver the BK line. But he's actually not trying to get away. We're just trying to get behind him. See if I can accelerate if I drop down the prop RPM a bit. big inline is super fast. Not gonna cut it. And yeah, the aircraft is the size of a bug on a windshield. I just have to focus there and try to follow it. That's what I often do. I'll go take max power for a second. Try to get a bit closer. This plane is super nice, very easy as far as systems go. Can we actually get closer to you? Oh no. I clicked the clear on the traffic page here and now it's not letting me go anywhere. Oh, I clicked the enter, now it lets me go. So you're 1 mile away. I don't think I'm getting you. Alright, 158. Notice what I'm doing actually. Maybe faster. Yeah, I'm doing the same speed. Okay, so I cannot go any. Can't catch you if you're faster. Anyway, let's head inside to see what's inside this volcano. Where do we need to go? I think it was a bit to the left, so that's where we are going. I'll put the chart in for you. Guys, and look what I have. Look at this chart here in the bottom right. And I also have very nice widget for input viewer. That's from FlightSimTO. It's not a flow script, but it's super nice. It gives you all those numbers you need. Except I think the radon trim is not showing what it's supposed to show. Oh, it's actually showing. Trench. Okay, it's working. Hey. We are heading there. We'll see what happens. I'll slow down a bit. I'll go 15, 17. I understand how to read those numbers. 15 is on the torque and 16 is on the RPM. Both are hundreds. Bryson, how was the beaver trip? I saw you were doing that, I think, yesterday? I believe it was Alaska. These volcano things are pretty tall. And I believe there are some settlements inside. I'll zoom in a bit for you. We're just getting there. I'll get a bit higher on torque. Do we need to climb? Let's go low and slow first, and then we'll try to climb from there. Actually, pretty neat. Maybe I can put this here to the side. No, that's obscuring a lot of instruments. Whoa, it's too high. Those houses here on the mountainside looks real nice. That one looks like a hangar. It's obviously not a hangar. Our cabin temperature is still low. Oh no! Happy noise about man day, everyone. Yeah, you need those turbine noises every now and then. You know it's a good turbine noise when you fire up your flight radar. The sim is freezing here, don't worry about that. Okay, I'll go prop forward. Get this torque to... max power. See what we can do. I'll stay here closer to the cliffside so that I can escape this place. Shall I need to? must be a long drive to downtown. How to unrun this top here? We still have a airspeed to trade, so I can go even steeper up and just slow down to 72. This haircut is a beast. 72 is the best angle of climb, so if you want to outrun a mountainside, that's the airspeed to go. I was just pulling too aggressively there, hence the stall warning. Oh dear,